It doesn't feel a lot like Christmas or at least even like winter much yet. But
Not yet.
It's going to change.
Yes, we definitely have some winter-like weather in the forecast here eventually. It's kind of down the road, but first things first, we also have a storm that's going to be moving in this weekend. And today, well, last night we had a cold front that moved through, and today we're certainly seeing a little bit of a different picture out there. We have a lot more cloud cover. We started out with quite a bit of fog, and visibilities have improved quite a bit, but you can definitely still see, especially on our Norman camera, the fog there in the distance, our American Fidelity camera. It's definitely kind of a dreary day, but we are expecting to hopefully work in a little bit more sunshine later this afternoon. Now let's go to Links 1. I'm going to show you where the front is. So it's well to the south and east, and behind it, still just a lot of clouds. And a lot of you have been seeing some really cool clouds, especially in the north and west. This was from Arapahoe, though. Lynn Kissinger sent this one in. These are undulatus asperatus clouds, and so she saw this cool wavy clouds, and there's her dog in the background, but a really awesome picture there. A lot of you seeing that out to the west and northwest. Now we're finally starting to see that sunshine build in from the northwest to the south and east. And I expect some of that to eventually move in here in the metro later today. In the meantime, visibilities have come up. We're still at about 5 miles in Lawton, 3 miles in Miami, but you can clearly see that it's not all that clear outside right now. This is our American Fidelity camera up of our Lucky Star Skycam network. We're at 51 degrees. The wind's out of the north right now at 17 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s across the north and west, but we still have upper 50s and low 60s across the south and east. Combine that, though, with the north wind between about 10 to 20. Seeing some ISO wind gusts as highs around 25 miles an hour just to the south and west, and it certainly feels a lot cooler than the past couple of days. Well, this is going to continue to drift off to the south and east, so we're still going to have some cloud cover around for at least the first half of our afternoon. Not completely getting rid of it later today. And then we're going to watch what is taking place still out in the Pacific. That's going to be our next storm system. So this is the spin that we've been watching for the past several days now. It's slowly making its way along the coast, and eventually will be headed our way as we get farther along into the weekend. So until that happens, it's going to stay pretty dry. In fact, if you are doing anything this weekend, I mean, the whole weekend, it's not going to be bad by any means, but tomorrow certainly going to be the best looking day with a little bit more sun, temperatures well into the 60s for most of us. But storm number 1, it will be moving in as we get into Saturday night into early Sunday. Not expecting rain completely all day Sunday afternoon by any means, but we will have some light rain lingering at least the early part of our afternoon. By Monday, we're still expecting some of these showers and storms to kind of linger around that low, and it's also going to be chilly behind it. Temperatures dropping into the 40s and 50s, but as we get closer to Thanksgiving Day, it's looking cool and dry. It looks very seasonal. Temperatures in the mid and upper 50s, kind of a mix of sun and cloud. So if you are doing any traveling up until Thanksgiving, there shouldn't be any big weather problems anywhere around us. Now, storm number 2, we're still watching that, and it looks like that's starting to hurry up a little bit more. So it's still looking like the weekend after Thanksgiving. But as of right now, some of the latest data, it doesn't look nearly as wet. It's starting to come in a little bit drier, but it's also looking more like Friday night to early Saturday morning that we are expecting at least maybe some wintry precipitation. But again, it's also looking a lot lighter. But for now, it still looks like we have the best chance of seeing more of a cold rain in central and southern Oklahoma. The farther north and west you go, a little bit colder, so we could see more of a winter type precipitation. But we'll be able to nail that down, fine tune it as we get a little bit closer. Today, looking for a high of about 61 in Oklahoma City. We're just going to struggle to get there. Eventually, that sunshine should come in, and that's when those temperatures should climb. But overnight tonight, generally, it looks mostly clear. We're going to drop down into the upper 30s and low 40s. And the wind's going to stay pretty light. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to call it a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures in the mid 60s in Oklahoma City, the upper 60s, though, across the west. And Sunday afternoon, upper 50s, mid 50s to the north. A strong south wind, so it's going to be pretty windy, but here comes the rain. That's going to start Saturday night or early Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, eventually everything moves off to the east, but Monday, just kind of scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms. Breaking down traveling for Thanksgiving. Thursday itself looks fantastic. Even Wednesday, it doesn't look bad at all. It could be so much worse around here. And, you know, we're still watching that winter weather that could potentially move in by that Friday night after, so Black Friday night. But right now, everything's starting to look drier. We'll see if that trend continues.
The folks that put up their Christmas lights already are starting to feel pretty good about themselves.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, because you don't have to be out there in 40-degree weather on Saturday.
Well, I wasn't going to anyway. I got someone else to do it, but
okay,
still.
Good for you.